When I bought my house, the garage was one of my favorite features. Solid, detached, and sitting just behind my backyard fence, it had been there longer than the HOA itself. I used it as a workshop and storage space, and for years, nobody questioned it until Karen became HOA president. One morning, I walked outside and froze. A heavy steel lock had been installed on my garage door. Hanging from it was a bright orange notice. HOA violation, unauthorized. Structure use. I checked my phone. 3 emails from Karen overnight. According to her, my garage was now out of compliance, and I was banned from accessing it until I paid fines and submitted to an inspection she personally approved. I called her immediately. She answered with a smug tone and told me the garage was a community concern. When I explained that the garage was on my private property and predated the HOA, she laughed and said, "Tell it to the board or the court." Instead of arguing, I walked next door. My neighbor Tom had lived there even longer than I had. We chatted over the fence, and I mentioned the lock. Tom frowned, shook his head, and said calmly, "That's illegal." What Karen didn't know, what she never bothered to find out, was that Tom was a retired city inspector. For 30 years, he'd enforced zoning laws, permits, and property codes. He asked if I had my original documents. I did. Deeds, permits, and city approvals going back decades. Tom made one phone call. The next day, a city vehicle rolled into the neighborhood. Then another. By noon, 2 inspectors were reviewing HOA records instead of my garage. Karen came storming out, demanding to know what was going on. One inspector calmly explained that the HOA had no jurisdiction over my garage, and that locking a private structure violated city law. It got worse for her. The inspectors discovered multiple HOA violations, unauthorized signage, illegal fines, and improper enforcement actions. Karen was ordered to remove the lock immediately, refund my fines, and pay a city penalty. The HOA board forced her to step down within weeks. That evening, I unlocked my garage myself. Tom waved from his yard and smiled. Karen tried to lock me out of my own property. Instead, she unlocked the end of her HOA career.